Hello everyone, welcome to TeachConnect. Today we have Dr. Vasudha Rani Garu with us to have a session on planning and preparation strategies for the success of a student. Let's have a short session on this with Dr. Vasudha Rani. Good afternoon, ma'am. Welcome to TeachConnect.
Very good afternoon, Sindhu.
Yeah. Yes, today we have a legendary personality, Dr. Vasudha Rani Garu, with us to have an expert advice. So, she is the director of Panya Mahavidyalaya College of Education since 10 years and director of John Bor Hotel Management College as well. So, ma'am, the name itself indicates that you're a Dr. Vasudha Rani. So, are you a doctor or have achieved doctorate?
Doctorate, ma'am.
Doctorate. Okay, well, so like how you're managing all this? Like you are the director of Panya Mahavidyalaya and director of John Bor Hotel Management and many other, like adjudicator of Asia and India Book of Records since 10 years. Being a woman, like so many things like you are doing. So how all these possible? Like it's a great
Time
talking
management,
to you as
ma'am.
well. Yeah, like it's great talking to you.
Single line answer is time management.
Time management.
If you learn that you can do anything. Whatever you do, be on time, finish it on time. You can manage n number of things. And for a woman, managing things is an inbuilt thing. It is there in our DNA only.
Yes.
So we can do many things together at a time.
Yes. So actually you have achieved many of the things in your career. The same advices we need for our parents, students as well through our TeachConnect website. So
sure.
we just also want few suggestions from you regarding the child's career and child's future, how they have to lead in their career, how they have to move towards their goals. So we'll just have few discussions on that, ma'am. And as you are owning a school, running a school as a director and a principal, so we have been observed that many students have become very sensitive these days. Like such sensitive students at your school, how did you handle them? Like how did you handle all such situations?
See, Sindhu, this pandemic situation from past 2 years had made our children go into this mode of sensitiveness, hibernation kind of thing. They are in this invitation, in quotation, we can say that sensitiveness has gone into their DNA. Even if we say do this, do that, also they are getting hurt. It has many reasons. Maybe because they don't have this peer group interaction, no outgoing, sitting at home, sitting alone, doing nothing, playing video games, no studies for them. Even if it is online also, they are online, but they are doing all other things except studying. So their mind has got stuck at one place. No other cultural activities, no other co-curricular activities, apart from playing online itself. So no friends interaction, no communication, no talking, nothing. So because of that, they have become like, so sensitive that now it's very, very difficult to handle these kind of kids at home as well as at school also. So to handle these children, now what I feel is even we have to get into their shoes. We have to understand their problems, why they are behaving like that. Because they don't behave like that in a vague, weird kind of thing unnecessarily. There must be some reason why they are behaving like that. So once we step into their shoe and understand why they are behaving like that, and then it will be very easy for a teacher or a principal or a parent to educate them, to handle them, or to solve their problem, or to help them in solving their own problem. So what I feel is get into their problem and understand them and solve it.
Yeah, that's great, ma'am. Actually, due to this COVID also, many parents are suffering due to the child's, like always they're concentrated towards the mobiles and all. So when they come towards studies, right, like many students are nowadays is like they're getting fear to enter the schools. Oh, I should go after 2 years of
Exactly.
Yeah, so that is the problem for the kids actually.
And moreover, even parents, they didn't have time for their children. No, even they were working from home. They were on their laptops. Mother is on one laptop. Father is doing his work from home. So where was the time for a parent to spend with the kid? Even though they are at home, but not at home.
Yes, yes, yes.
That and student, that kid was left alone. And nowadays, all nuclear families, one child. So where will that poor boy will go? To whom he should talk? To whom will he play? That was the biggest challenge now schools are facing. How to handle these kids? How to handle these kids is the biggest challenge each and every school is facing now. And now parents want to get rid of their burden, send their children to school. They don't want any kind of lockdowns now, no shedding of the school now. They want schools to be open at any cost. No, because if it goes beyond another 2-3 years, then students will definitely forget what is teacher, who is teacher, what is a school, how school looks like, what is the school kind of education happens, what is going to happen in the school, what is happening in the school, no peer group. They don't even remember in which class they are in.
Yes,
All
exactly.
these kind of things
Even the
happen.
class teacher, they forget who is the class teacher, what is the subject teacher's name,
Yes,
everything.
and if the students are in 9th class, they finish their schooling, they are coming to us and says, ma'am, we finished our 10th, we are in it. Now we are going to college. But see, they miss that crucial 2 years of their life, which is really a memories for them. 9th and 10th is a memorable years for each and every student. And many students, they are directly jumping into first class or second class without attending any kind of schooling. So handle them also is very difficult because they don't know what is school life. And directly they are coming into class 2, class 1. They have left LKG, UKG only through online. So they know only studies is like, online studies only. Virtual kind of thing. Teacher is sitting somewhere else. I'm sitting here and learning something. This is happened for LKG and UKG students. Once they came for class 1, it's very difficult for them to adjust over there. And those small kids, it's very difficult for them to sit for that long because till yesterday they were sitting at home. Most of the students were lying down and listening to the things. They forgot to sit also.
Yes.
rolling on the floor or something like, but they never used to sit and listen to anything. So now it will become a big problem for attention span also. They can't sit for a long time.
Yes.
That attention span has been reduced. Once upon a time, see, our class period was for 45 minutes. That means attention span was for 45 minutes. Now that 45 minutes has reduced. You have to cut down one finger, either 4 or 5. It is either 4 minutes or 5 minutes. There is no 45 minutes kind of thing. So now it's very difficult for a teacher to adjust with the students, how to get them into the class, how to put them into the class, how to see that they listen to you. Then it's the biggest challenge now a teacher is facing in a classroom.
Yes. And in this situation, what are the strategies you use as a teacher, or you make your teachers to make a strategies to draw the child's attentions into the classroom? Like it may be it's more required for preschool children. Like they always divert their mind out of the classroom. So how would you make them draw their attention back to the classroom? So what are the strategies a teacher can make?
Listen to them. First thing is listen to them, what they want. Are they ready to listen to you? Are they ready to learn new knowledge? First thing is, as a teacher, once you go into the class, just listen to them. Try to touch them. Try to see that they are in class. They are with you. If they are not with you, get them into the class with some kind of stories, motivate them, or ask them to speak something which is very which brings happiness into them. Ask them to come out with their own stories, what they have done for these 2 years, how they spent these 2 years of time. Did they utilize that time of 2 years or wasted it, or did they learn something new things in these 2 years? Just do that interaction kind of thing and then start the class. Once you get them into the class, then only you can take them into the class. So bringing them into the class for a teacher is more important. So see how you can build that rapport between you and your students. Now, however, it is a student-centered learning. Gone are the days it was teacher-centered learning. It's the only teacher. Knowledge is flowing from this side to that side. Gone are those days. Now the thing is, and now another challenge a teacher is facing is from the past 2 years, students are into internet. Google the things, whatever they want.
Find out your things.
So they have more knowledge, in fact, better than the teacher also, because they have already Googled everything before you teach them.
Yes.
So now what extra things you are going to give it to your child is more important. Rather than teaching, what is the other extra things which you are going to give it to your student is more important. And a teacher has to be ready for this also. So that means the challenge is with the teacher. How to engage a student, how to educate a student, and see that how they remember the concepts also.
Yes, yes. Through
So the
playway
challenge is with the teacher, playway method. Challenge is with the teacher. Every second
Yes.
she has to change the methods. Sometimes it has to be a teacher-centered learning for a few minutes because she has to be strict to see that her class is in a proper uniform kind of thing. And again, in a fraction of seconds, she has to change that into student-centered learning. And then in a fraction of a second, it should be into a playway method or project method. So it's, paradigm shift has to be happened very quickly from one platform to other platform. Then only shifting of knowledge will happen.
Yeah, that was a great message, ma'am, because this is a problem to all the teachers, like how to draw attention to the students, because after COVID time as a
Yes.
long gap, students are diverted completely out of school.
Exactly.
So this half an hour or 1 hour online classes doesn't mean anything. Like they're not even learning a bit what they have learned in school. So that was actually a
Exactly.
big problem these days. And also planning. So planning and preparation are the major steps for our success of a student. So how can the children be motivated in designing their goals and responsibilities?
See, what I feel is we have to start with Maslow and shift to Bloom's.
Yes.
If a student think about what are the strategies given by Maslow and then go back to Bloom's taxonomy, then he can frame his whole planning very properly. See, what Maslow has told us first is self-realization. Yes. Then you have to think about your self-esteem and all these things. Then go back to your Bloom's taxonomy. See, once you get that confidence in you, once you feel that you are ready to learn something, then you can learn something. That learning part takes place in your Bloom's taxonomy. So once you are ready with Maslow, you are ready with your Bloom.
Yes.
That's what I feel.
Both are interrelated.
Both are interrelated. Start with Abraham Maslow and with Bloom's taxonomy.
Yes.
Planning. That planning has to be there for a student. You prepare yourself first, then get the knowledge from the other side. If you are not ready to take new knowledge, if you don't have any kind of planning kind of thing from day one to day end, then there is no meaning. Nothing goes into your head. So prepare yourself, go for it. Simple thing, ma.
Simple strategy, which every student
Simple
has to
strategy.
Yes.
Yes, simple strategy. Prepare yourself, be ready, future ready, get the knowledge.
Get knowledge, right.
Whatever teacher says, whatever anybody is imposing on you, whatever anybody is telling to you, take that. That's it. Simple.
That's a wonderful strategy, ma'am, actually. Yeah. And also many times it happens to be that there is a friction between a parent and the principal. So what are the top 3 strategies you have applied to resolve the conflicts between the parents and the teachers?
This is the biggest challenge nowadays.
Yes.
All the principals are facing. The thing is, now parents come and put the blaming game on school itself. What are you doing from past 2 years? Why my child is scoring so low? What are you doing from past 2 years? What can we do from past years? Everyone know what we have done. So what I feel is, instead of reacting to any kind of thing, respond to the things. Once you start responding to the things instead of reacting, you'll get answers. And what I feel is the best 3 strategies, what I feel is good is, first thing is, don't go for blame gaming. Don't blame each other. What have you done? What have I done? What have my teachers have done? What students have done? What the situations have done? What COVID has done? COVID has done this thing to me. COVID has done. Why to blame anything? Take the responsibility and go ahead. Simple thing, ma.
Yes.
And second thing is, you should be a very, very, very good listener. When you talk to your parents, don't interrupt with them. Don't argue with them. Just be calm and composed and listen to what they're. Sometimes, any kind of conflicts can be resolved only by listening to them.
Yes.
We can see this. Apply the strategy of an LKG student. If they have any conflicts in their class, What they do, they simply bring that problem to you. They don't expect a solution, but they just want to give you the problem. They just put the problem in your coat and go. If you take any LKG, UKG student, they
Yes.
simply walk into your room. Yes, they come and complain. Even they don't ask us whether we are free or not.
Yes.
They just walking. They just put their question to us. They just throw their question or problem to us, and they just walk away.
Yes.
Here, a role of a principal or role of a teacher is just to listen to them. The problem is solved. So once you start listening to your parents, most of the 50% of the problem is solved, that they feel that, okay, now that the problem has gone to the madam, now that problem is on the desk of the principal, she will take care of the problem. They don't want solutions. Many of the parents, they don't need solutions. They just need that they should bring that problem to our desk.
They care about their problems.
So somebody is listening to their problem. Somebody is sitting over there and taking care of their problem. That itself solves many of the problems, ma'am. And then the next thing is be a good listener. As I told you, stay calm, composed, don't respond, don't argue, and don't put blaming game on your teachers or somebody else. Resolve, accommodate their problems. Simple thing. Yes. Accommodate and collaborate with their problems.
Yes.
So these are the few things which parents will be happy. Even we can try to get the solutions of many things when we sit together. When we talk instead of arguing. Don't see, when we talk, we get solutions. When we argue, we don't get anything.
Yes, that's exactly. This parents and principal got very nice message. Actually, they can, from tomorrow they can just overcome all these problems and all. And also, like, it's a final question. Like, due to this COVID and all, it's the 2 years since it's affecting the child's education. Like 60% of the education itself that they might be learned out of a 100% book, at least 60% might be they have learned completely or not. We are not sure because they are under parents' guidance, but we are not sure because parents they have been to their work, and out of many students, the teacher has to control these many students in an online view. So that might be a problem, and many students are lagging of knowledge. So because let's consider a 9th class students, if he's going to 10th class the very next year, he has lacked his subjects. Like in 9th class, he's lagging of his knowledge. So how he has to prepare for his next academic year? Like he has lost all the subjects. The teaching in online is quite different from teaching in a classroom. So how he has to prepare for his final examination? What are the concepts he has to put a closer view so that he can just score with a good marks and good result?
See, what I feel is for these kind of higher classes, bridge courses are more important for a school to conduct. Bridging the gap between class 9th and class 10th. So we are going with that. So we have to bridge that gap. So maybe we are having these 2 months with us, April and May. We finished with our exams and all those things. Now we have 2 good months with us, wherein, we can try to bridge this gap and then put them into class 10th. It's not only class 10th, I'm talking about all the classes.
Students, yes.
All the students. Either it can be class 2, class 3, class 4, class 5, whatever it is. See, class 2 student has forgotten everything, man. They forgotten how to write also. They know only now copy paste. They feel like that is the only method of learning, copying and pasting. They forgotten how to write also. Writing skills are now zero with the students, specifically with the lower grade students. Higher grade, okay, it's 2 years is not much gap for them, but for the kids who are very, very in a lower grade, 1, 2, 3, they forget. They didn't even learn how to write. No, forgetting is a different issue. They don't even learn. So now the thing is, parents and the schools have to try and bridge this gap, utilize the summer vacations and try to build up that gap. That's the only method we have now. As of now, only solution we can give it to the students so that they don't go down when they reach to the higher classes. You ask any table, zero. You ask anything, they're going back like this, not like this. So for that, you need to have that bridge somewhere. So I feel that the best thing you can do is now utilize these 2 months, April and May. They finished with their third class. I know how much they are going to get. Marks is not important as of now. The only thing is we have to promote them into some other class. So after promoting, what I feel is, as a principal, as a teacher, or even as a mother also, go back to third class again. Even they are sitting in class 4 also, take the syllabus of class 3 and bridge that gap. What are the important concepts which they are lagging? See, for maths, languages, you need that continuity. Otherwise, if that break comes, they won't go further. If you take any max steps, it should be A, B, C, D, E, F. You can't jump from F to K, L to K, right?
Yes,
so the sequence has to be there. So to keep that sequence go on, the students has to reteach, unlearn, relearn. This has to happen. Relearning the things has to happen. Maybe all the schools has to give at least 1 month of time for the students to bounce back to the actual mode of learning.
That's great, because there is a span of only 2 months to get prepared for their final examination. So, and at the same time,
even for 10th also, for 10th also, they have 2 good months with them. Yes. So if they don't know anything also, go back to 9th concepts and learn and come back to 10th. Don't mug up anything now. You will not write anything. And moreover, if you see the question papers of 10th, it's like, more of logical things.
Yes.
You need to use your upper department. Otherwise, you are not going to solve the problems. For that, go back, learn the things and come back and apply it over here. It's as simple as that.
That's great. And at the same time, how they have to maintain the stress level, because many students will be like, oh, there are only 2 months. I've not learned nothing in these 2 months. How I have to complete all the syllabus. So how they have to, like, is there any planning? They have to plan in this way or something like that. Are there any plans to make their education easier, like make their preparation easier? Are there any?
Yes, ma'am. They have again relearning, learning kind of things. Yes. Planning is more important. Every day they have to plan their calendar. They have 24 hours in a day. So how to utilize that 24 hours without getting stressed is more important. So how you are going to plan that bits and pieces are more important, ma'am. When you are going to get up, what kind of subject, in which subject you are lagging, which subject is very difficult for you, which subject is very easy for you, in which subject, in which area you can score more. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? Till what you can remember, till what you can recollect. You have to put everything on the paper. Put your strengths on the paper, put your weaknesses on the paper. Try to work on your weaknesses. Your strengths are your strengths, right? Yes. You can think that, okay, the question is this big length. So I can remember maybe half of the question, half of the answer very easily. The next half is I may not be recollecting or I may not remember the thing. So how I'm going to remember that the other half, that you have to concentrate on that. Cut it into bits and pieces, segregate the things and learn. That will be very easy for you to understand also. And moreover, don't mug up the things. Understand the things and put it over there. Then you can write it any which way. If you mug up, it will be difficult. If there is a little bit of twist in the question, you will be gone. Yes. So to overcome that, don't mug up the questions, but understand the things. CBSE says understand and write. So that is the application part.
Many questionnaires are concept related, so they have to understand
concept related. Exactly.
Yes, because many students are not known with this, because they just mug up the question, mug up the answer. Okay, they're fine. Like, I know the answer, everything is fine.
They know
the
everything.
Question is just twisted, that will be a problem for them actually.
They are like, I know kind of thing. I know everything. Yes. Oh, this is very easy, madam. This question, there is nothing for me to learn. I can write this question, but when you ask them to put it on a paper, zero. Overconfidence. That's why I'm saying first write your strengths, write your weaknesses and work on your weaknesses. Take the help of your teachers. Madam, I'm weak in these concepts. So I want you to help me in learning the things. Or take the help of your friends, your peer group, your textbooks, your notebooks. Sometimes your YouTube, your Google gives good answers. So take the help
Yes.
of all those things and learn the things. Don't expect that it's only school, it's the only teacher who has to give you the solutions.
Yes, because the Google has become the second teacher. Whatever they have posted, anytime they'll get the answers. Children should be that confident in searching them, because every child is very well expert in searching answers from Google.
See, what happened in these 2 years is they learned that only.
That, yes.
How to Google the things. See, with the keywords, that is also a difficult task, ma. Once upon a time, it was very difficult for us to find the answers. Google knows the answers. We know the questions, but how to put that questions to it is also a big question.
Yes.
Now with the keywords, now that our students have learned that they mastered in it, they have done their PhDs in that. So now they can take the help of that also.
Yes, yes. That was actually a well-learned strategy for the kids, actually. They're experts in that. COVID has learned.
Exactly.
Yeah. Actually, it was a very good session with you, ma'am. Like, many students and many teachers, many parents are struggling with many issues and many things. So by this session, they may get multiple answers from this, like how to study, how to make child be motivated in their aspects. So many of the wonderful things has been known from your end, ma'am. So actually, this is a very wonderful session. We have been waiting since many days for this session, actually, to get this session go on, actually. So finally, we have done it, actually. So, and once again, for the very next time, we'll just come back with few more questions and few more situations where children are facing, teachers and parents, whoever it is, related to education, related to their career, whatever the things. We'll just get back to you shortly with all these problems where the child is facing. And really, it was a nice session with you, ma'am. And thank you.
Sure, ma'am. Anytime you can just bombard the questions to me. We are ready to help you out. We are ready to help the children. We are here to help the children. Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. It was nice talking to you.
Same here, ma'am.
Yeah.